Your favorite fat boys.
What's up, everybody? It's your favorite fat boy, Jerron.
Stefan, a.k.a. Mayhem, a.k.a. the Roger Ebert of podcast, a.k.a. the king of the summer blockbuster.
Roger Ebert? I haven't heard that name in so long.
Hey, that's the kind of clout I got.
Oh, man. Welcome back to your favorite fat boys podcast. This is episode
56.
Woo-woo. So, I'm gonna get it right one day. I don't know. I don't do these sound effects.
I'm telling you.
Do we need a horn? No,
I mean, I can add that in there.
So, this is episode 56, and this is Hero Talk.
Hero Talk 12.
Hero Talk. Woo!
It's time for heroes.
Right. So, being that we are at the end of June going into July, this is probably around the time that you'll be gearing up to see the summer blockbuster of the year.
Yep.
But with the pandemic, it's not. I mean, we still have blockbusters, but it don't seem like it's not as impactful as it was.
I wouldn't say that because
to me, that's how I feel.
A lot of some of the summer movies have been. Well, I mean, I wouldn't consider them summer movies. Have been raking in the cash. Like Top Gun did numbers.
And I don't know. Well, nostalgia.
Yeah, a lot of nostalgia. It's not a summer movie, but Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness did numbers.
Yeah.
So, the blockbuster is still a thing. It ain't dead just yet.
Yeah, I think that because they released the trailers, I think, was it like 90, like seeming like within like 90 days of the movie dropping, you get like maybe 1, 2, maybe 3 trailers, and then
all of the teasers.
The teasers and the fan sites, they pick and probe and delve into the the trailer stuff, like what it could be, what's this mean, and what they kind of look, or any spoilers in the sense. So I think it takes nowadays it kind of takes a little bit of the what if factor out of it, or or the surprise factor in the movie nowadays, because they just tear it apart in a sense.
Right.
And they have so much inside information nowadays, more so than what they probably did back in the 90s. But yeah, essentially it's still there.
Yeah, I mean, and the fact that we have the internet, so all of that information is always readily available.
When you saw Doctor Strange, you said you had to go see it because you were seeing like spoilers every which way.
Yeah. If I didn't go see it, it would have been spoiled because after a week of it being out, all of the articles were out, and they always have the spoilers in the headlines.
Yeah. So with that being said, what are some of the classic blockbusters from back in the day, or some of your personal favorites?
Oh, one of my personal favorites, summer movie blockbuster, T2 Judgment Day.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I think that was one of the biggest summer blockbusters that I went and saw as a youth.
Yeah, that was one for me too. That was on my list. T2. Let me actually put up this list and we'll see if you agree with it or not. As more so like as a blockbuster per se. So I thought it was really interesting, this list here that sci-fi.com put it out as far as blockbusters go.
Mm-hmm.
And the number one on the list is Ghost.
Are they?
I just put it like summer blockbusters of the 90s. So I didn't, and I think the reason why because I didn't put in action.
Ghost was a huge blockbuster when it first came out, but are they talking about money made or just best movie? What's the requirements for the list? Because Ghost wouldn't be at my number one for anything.
No, it wouldn't.
I mean, I enjoyed the movie. I really did. But yeah, no, it wouldn't be at my number one for anything.
So this article says the 20 greatest summer movies from the 90s.
That you I mean, it's a good movie.
But like when I put in the Google search, I put in there summer blockbuster of the 90s.
It did make a lot of money when it first came out. But I don't know if it would be number one on my must-watch summer blockbuster list.
Nah, so I'm going to go over a couple here. They got Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. With Kevin Costner.
I did enjoy that movie as well.
Total Recall.
Yeah, that fucking classic.
Yeah. Terminator 2, as you said.
Always.
This surprised to me, Batman Returns.
Yep.
1992 in June. I thought that came out in the winter. Because I remember.
It was a summer movie.
I must not know what season I was in then when I recall. Because I remember me and my mom going to see Batman Returns, and to show you how old I am, we were waiting in line to go see the movie. It was late at night, and while we were waiting to see the movie, we were right next to a KB toy store.
Oh.
The movie theater was right next to a KB toy store. So we went in there while we waited for the movie to open for our time. She brought me this Batman Returns playset. Like it came with like a belt, a mask, and like a grappling gun. Some other little things.
You got all the good shit as a kid. No humble brag over there. Go ahead and humble brag.
I'm sorry. It was one of my favorite memories of me and my mom, doing stuff, because I do remember going to that KB toy store, getting that, and then we go watch the movie, and I fell asleep because it's like late. I don't know how late it was, but I know it was just when we got out, it was nighttime. So I won't say it was late per se, but it could have been late afternoon, going into the evening. So, but that's one of my favorite memories. Hey, Mom. So, Batman Returns, Jurassic Park.
Yeah, that was going to be one of my other ones.
Yeah, I would say The Fugitive.
Hey, The Fugitive is a decent movie.
It's a good movie, but
it did come out in the summer. It came out the later part of the summer.
Yeah, August 6th of 93.
Oh, see, well, there you go. Yeah. I remember it came out in the later part of the summer, and I really did enjoy that movie.
Apollo 13.
Yeah.
I think I seen it, but I wasn't a big fan of it.
I definitely enjoyed that movie because I was really into space shit.
Desperado, Antonio Banderas, Salma Hayek.
Yup.
Of course, Independence Day.
Yeah. Why wouldn't it be?
That's a given. And Men in Black, of course.
They ain't got Armageddon on that list?
I think it is.
I mean, it better be.
Yeah, here it is. Number 15.
Oh, okay,
Armageddon was huge.
Said it better be on that list.
Yeah, Armageddon was huge.
I mean, so I'm in agreement with that list with the exception of number
Ghost.
1 of the must-see movies. Because, I mean, Ghost it's a good movie. I most certainly enjoyed it, but...
And then you got the Blair Witch Project.
I did not like that movie. That movie's so fucking disappointing.
It was stupid. And I did not understand. Was it a series or a sequel that came out?
I mean, there was a sequel to it.
Was it a series to it?
I don't know if there was a series, but there was definitely a sequel.
Yeah, and
Witch.
Yeah, so, but I think it was that first of that POV move, kind of a style of recording, documentary style.
Yeah, found footage.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, I went to see the Blair Witch because it was getting such high praise. People were talking about how scary it was. And I saw it, and I was like, this shit ain't scary. And then the ending came up. I'm like, this shit is dumb. The fuck is this?
With the girl in the corner?
Yeah, and the camera flipped and the girl's in the corner and then people just standing. I'm like, what is this? It's not scary.
Yeah, but they had a lot of hype around it because of the fact that people would run out of the theater because they were so scared of what was going on.
Yeah, just great promotion is what I would say about that.
Yeah, and white woman crying profusely in that movie. Well, the white woman was crying profusely in that movie.
So yeah, as far as my favorite, summer blockbuster movies from back in the day, T2, Armageddon, Jurassic Park are the main three. And Batman Returns. It's all about action for me.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Independence Day, Men in Black, Spider-Man.
Oh, I mean, I did enjoy those as well.
Yeah.
But
I remember seeing T2 with my dad.
Yeah, T2 left, I guess, as far as some of blockbuster movies go, left the biggest impression with me.
Yeah, I think, all those movies we mentioned, I think are a standard for doing numbers and then the big opening day or the big opening weekend, things like that. Because I remember Independence Day was such a big deal.
Oh, yeah, it was huge.
Because was Men in Black then Independence Day?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was it was such a, and Will Smith was untouchable. I won't say untouchable in a sense, but he was that poster boy.
He was the go-to guy for summer movies.
Yeah,
at that point.
Because Bad Boys came out in '95. Was that a summer movie though?
Yeah.
So he had Bad Boys, Men in Black, Independence Day. He had hits for hits.
Yeah. He kept coming out with just blockbuster movies.
Yeah, and then we get Wild Wild West.
I'm almost certain somebody blackmailed him to do that shit. I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm almost certain somebody got blackmailed to do that dumbass movie.
I remember reading an article, and I can't remember right now, top of my head, but I do remember an article that someone passed on that role, and he eventually ended up taking it. I can't remember who it was that passed in that role, but it was someone that I think is still very active and acting nowadays. So I want to say maybe Jamie Foxx, but I don't think that.
I don't think it would have been Jamie Foxx because he wasn't really big back then.
No, he wasn't. He's
Not
got
for no lead title role in the summer blockbuster.
No, but it's interesting though. They actually did offer Will Smith the role for Neo. In the
Yeah, I
Matrix.
remember that. Yeah, and he turned it down. He's like, that was the biggest career, the worst career decision he ever made in his life. He said that.
Because he just didn't understand it. Because he said the pitch was like, what they pitched it to him was like, bullets gonna fly by you, but it's going to be slow motion and slow down. He just like, he couldn't really wrap his head around what they were describing. But Keanu Reeves, I don't know if he had the vision for it, or he's like, hey, let's just give it a go.
Yeah, I like making movies.
Right, so that was one there for the books. So right now we seen Doctor Strange.
Since this is hero time, and so it's time to talk about those movies and TV shows that had to deal with those heroes.
Yeah, that you love so much, as we do too. So we saw Doctor Strange.
Yep, in the Multiverse of Madness.
I thought it was a great movie.
I really enjoyed it.
I did too.
It was definitely a Sam Raimi movie.
Yes. I like the fact that I got to see elements of his other movies in this, and it worked really well.
It really leaned into the horror comedy aspect that Sam Raimi is known for directing, in like Evil Dead and Army of Darkness.
Yes.
And Drag Me to Hell.
Oh, good movies.
Those specific camera angles, the jump scares, all of those beats that you expect from a Sam Raimi
Projectile
movie.
vomit.
Yeah, they were in there.
So yeah, I definitely enjoyed it a lot. I was skeptical because I didn't think it could top Far From Home.
Right. See, and I was skeptical.
There's No Way Home.
No Way Home. Yeah. I was skeptical because I wasn't sure if that stuff, those Sam Raimi horror comedy aspects could work well with a Marvel backdrop, but it definitely did.
Yeah, and especially with Doctor Strange being the source. So yeah, I liked it a lot. I liked pretty much Scarlet Witch was like, fuck it, I want my kids. I'll do anything to get my kids.
Right, yeah, that big twist that she was the major villain of this, and not some other entity or other actual villain from the comics or something. So yeah, it was a nice huge twist.
Yeah, because it seemed like in the last couple of movies, well, I think especially with Spider-Man, there were a lot of surprises in it. Because I remember reading one article, they said they wished they wanted to keep the villains that were coming back a secret. And I think that would have been even a big more gaspy moment,
right?
But I think it was like you didn't know if Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield were going to be in there or not. So that was a big surprise. And then the fact we heard Daredevil was going to be in there, big surprise as well. So, but with this though, like seeing her to be in the villain, it was like, oh, okay, like y'all got some balls now.
Oh yeah,
we're not sticking to the traditional. One of his villains, or maybe a villain from someone else's catalog.
Right.
So I liked that a lot, and seeing America Chavez, seeing Wong get put through the ringer.
Oh yeah, life was just not good for him in this movie.
Yeah, my man Wong.
So Wanda gave Wong the business.
Yeah, and then Scarlet Witch really flexed her power.
Oh yeah,
and how strong she is. And I think one of the better parts of the movie was seeing the Illuminati.
Yeah, that Illuminati reveal that had Reed Richards, that had Professor Xavier, that had Captain Britain, said Maria Rambeau as Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Black Bolt.
Yep.
The real Black Bolt, not this chaperone they had in the team.
In that bullshit ABC TV series.
Something I never forget, a guy I used to work with, he asked me if I checked it out. I said, I ain't get a chance. He said, don't, because this show's bullshit. I watched it for 10 minutes and I realized Black Bolt's not wearing a mask. Who the hell is he?
See, even if Black Bolt's not wearing a mask, that just wasn't Black Bolt.
Because did he talk regular in the show?
I don't. I blocked it out of my mind. I watched the first episode of the Inhumans, and then I blocked it out of my mind.
Okay. Yeah, that was very like fanfare across the board. I was satisfied, especially when I saw Mr. Because you saw it first before I did.
Yeah.
So when I saw it, I was like, I saw Mr. Fantastic. I was like,
right,
I'm gonna shit my pants. So
and Mordo as the Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah, that's the only thing I could say I guess was bad about the movies, that they played Mordo down, which I understand. It wasn't about him at all.
Right. But
they fit him in there because it's the multiverse of madness. It made sense for them to come across him. But they downplayed him so much, I was like really looking forward to him to like kicking some ass in a sense.
Yeah, and based off of the first movie, I was kind of expecting that Mordo would play a bigger villain role.
Yeah.
Because based off of how he ended up at the end of the first movie. But I can understand they've had a lot of shit happen and the universe is connected. So Mordo will probably do some other shit.
I'm pretty sure, and they'll bring him back somewhere.
Oh, yeah. I have no doubt in my mind that they will.
Yeah, so, and Yeah, but seeing Black Bolt was fun, and then how Scarlet Witch just kind of dismantled the whole group.
Oh yeah.
I don't particularly like seeing heroes defeated in such a way, but it is entertaining.
Oh yeah. Because she handed their asses to that.
Right, and the only one that really put up a really good fight was Captain Britain.
And Captain Marvel.
Yeah. But when she pushed her back, Captain Marvel, and then she came back, it was like, well, we know it's gonna happen to you. It's just a matter of how. So, because she was handing everybody the ass, and then when she zip tied Black Bolt's mouth and his brain imploded,
Yeah.
and then just melted away Mr. Fantastic, I was like, we didn't get to see nothing that he was going to do per se with his powers.
I mean,
But
there's not much he can do against Scarlet Witch in general.
This is true, but it was just so exciting to see the actual actor cast as him. Now the only thing is that, will they cast him? Is he on for the Fantastic Four movie?
I don't feel like he will be.
Really?
I don't. I think they'll find a different person to do it. So I think they might have thrown him in just for the fanfare because, that actor, a lot of people like him. But I feel like for the official Fantastic Four movie, I think they might go with somebody else to do it.
And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. I'm 50% on board with you. But I also enjoyed it so much that I would like to see him continue the role.
Right.
But I won't be surprised if they got somebody else. So we'll see how that plays out. And I know they're going to I think they're going to do a project with Captain Britain.
I wouldn't be surprised.
They are. And I think they ain't saying anything about Captain Marvel, but it definitely, I guess that doesn't sum up her storyline. But she got killed by cancer. She died from cancer, right?
Yeah.
In the 616.
616 universe.
Okay, yeah. So, then Professor X. So we got him in there now. So he had the chair.
Straight from the 90s in the comic books chair. The
Yes.
yellow one is beautiful.
So I was very excited to see that as well, even though like we knew that ahead of time. They didn't have to necessarily give that little tidbit in the trailer to me, but they did anyway. And it was just still was exciting to see him in the chair and talk, and it's like, oh my goodness, like we finally about to get the X-Men. So even though he didn't say he was an X-Men or a mutant, we know
because Illuminati.
Yeah. So how's it going to unfold is very exciting. So and Doctor Strange, he has a third eye. Wait, is he a third eye in the end, right?
Yeah.
So what was that about?
From using the Darkhold.
Oh, okay.
Unleashes some darkness within you, so he grew a third eye. We'll figure out in the next movie what that actually means.
Okay. So looking forward to that. And then so the Scarlet Witch 616 is dead. And now we also know there's another Wanda.
Oh yeah.
Wanda Maximoff out there, another universe with her children. So I wonder how that's gonna play out with, I guess, if they would bring her back or
I mean, the fact of the matter is they've introduced that there is another Wanda in another universe that is now aware of all of this shit. So I wouldn't be surprised if they use that Wanda that they used in the Doctor Strange movie to propel her forward.
Right. And then also we have Vision that's still out there. Was that even Vision from WandaVision? The white version. Is that technically Vision or not?
Yeah, I mean, because he merged his memories with the Vision that she created.
Okay.
So he has all of those memories from the old Vision. So yeah, he's still out there.
Okay. Well, we'll see him pop up eventually, I guess.
Right.
So, but the way these contracts are done now, their deals, they're not. You don't hear about them being tied to so many more projects now. It's kind of like come as you go.
So yeah, they stopped locking them into multi-year contracts. So there's they want people to want to come back to the role. And they seem to be doing it.
So, very fun film. We in the June, and that came out early May. So,
yeah,
you haven't seen it? It's on Disney Plus right now.
Yep, and it is a very enjoyable watch.
Yes.
Go watch it.
We watched 3 episodes of
Three episodes of Miss Marvel.
So I like it a lot. It's giving me Even Stevens, Lizzie McGuire, That's So Raven vibes.
Yeah, it's definitely tailored towards teenagers, which is to be expected because of the source material and the source character. And I will say that show is so aesthetically pleasing.
Yes. The animation, the graphics.
The look of that show is definitely eye-popping, and it's definitely something that you haven't seen in a Marvel show.
Yeah. I really like how when she was texting and the messages were popping up in the background, and then it blended in with the scenery.
Yeah, so they make all of the imagery very whimsical, like it's in the imagination of a teenager. So it's definitely very aesthetically pleasing, and the lead actress who's playing Miss Marvel is enjoyable to watch her.
Yes, very much so. Her best friend, what's his name, Bruce or Brian? No,
I think it might be Bruce.
I believe so, because her love interest is calling him Brian. So yeah, Bruce, I think is his name. He was supposed. He was actually. The article came out. He was in the running to be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know if I can see it.
Yeah, I really couldn't see him as Peter Parker.
Yeah, but that's what That's why that's why people come in and do multiple testing and.
Yeah, because he definitely doesn't have the same physicality that Tom Holland has.
Well, but didn't Tom Holland, build up to that? And you
No, I mean, Tom Holland, he was already like a parkour guy before he even got to Spider-Man.
Yeah, that part I knew. So I know he's gotten.
Yeah, I mean, so he
physical.
would have to work out and everything, but he like that skill set, the flipping and all of the rolling and jumping over shit. He already had that before he even got into the role.
Okay, that's how you lock in your money.
Yeah, so Miss Marvel has definitely been enjoyable. The one problem that I had is with the episode 3, how the villains turned to villains so quickly. I would have liked them to have to build up to that more, but so it's just 1 minute they're, yo, no, we're here with the help, and can you help us? And then the next minute, get this bitch. So
we tired of being here.
It was too fast. It was too fast for me. And I understand they only got 6 episodes. They want to move the story forward, but they could have done it, at least draw it out a little more.
Yeah, because I don't know. I know Ms. Marvel, but I don't know too much of. I never read down the comics, so I'm interested to see what type of villain might be introduced here. Well, I know we got the villains per se. I'm gonna read like probably one of her volumes and see what kind of villain she deals with, because I don't know too much about overall character too much. Right. So everything to me is like it's just brand new.
I got a few Miss Marvel comics. They've been interesting reads.
Okay. So, but yeah, it's a very good show though, very well acted, and I like the fact that it's not whitewashed. It's they have Muslim actors, they have Muslim writers and directors and producers.
And they really, really draw into that Pakistani Muslim culture that she hails from.
Yeah, I'm glad that it wasn't Prince of Persia.
Right, mate.
Or that one British guy that always plays the Arab guy that was in Heroes.
Yeah.
The professor.
Yeah.
Because he's not actually Muslim, right? He's a British actor. So yeah, to see them actually put forth to preserve the culture of Pakistan. Pakistani Muslims. I'm like, thank goodness, y'all got it right this time. So
right, I mean, and that's the thing that Marvel has been doing for quite some time, is to get people to tell those stories that are of the culture, right, that the stories are supposed to represent. So yeah, they've been pretty good with having that diversity to tell those stories.
Yes, that's very important. And we also finished watching Obi-Wan.
Yeah, that just ended its first season, and woof.
That Darth Vader, bad man.
Yeah, he is a goddamn bad man, and he is a sadistic bad man.
He got a grudge.
Right. Said Obi-Wan gets put through the goddamn ringer.
He drug him through fire.
Right. He set a fire and then drug that man, used the Force to drag Obi-Wan through a fire.
It's like, we teach you this in Jedi school.
Right. he had a chip on his goddamn shoulder.
Yeah, they definitely flexed Darth Vader, and I like what they done with Darth Vader in different projects over the years. They've made him like the boogeyman. Yeah. And it's like, you know what? Going back to the movie, when was that first movie was made, like 1973? Yeah. Something like that. Set in the 70s.
Yeah, 73, yeah.
So 1973, like Darth Vader already had this lore of him being this badass in the universe. And to see them go back to it like, 50 years now? Yeah, about 50 years now. And they expand on that, and they do something like this where he's dragging Obi-Wan through the fire. He's manhandled Reva.
Right, and he is just massacring people, just left and right.
Yeah, and he hands Obi-Wan his ass again with throwing, pound him under. No, he forced pushed the ground or forced bitch slapped the ground.
Right,
and then he falls in the pit, and he just kind of just like, yeah, we're gonna put this on top of you, and then walk away.
So they've done a really good job of flexing Vader's power and showing that how powerful that people were describing him to be with the Force.
Exactly. So, and then Obi-Wan, stepping up like, look, I ain't no bitch now.
Right.
So you were my friend at one point, but that don't mean nothing now. And he cracked Vader's helmet. And I liked how the voices were going in between, like
right, yeah,
voice
because that voice, the helmet is from his respirator. Yeah. And since it's cracked open, you should hear his actual voice.
So yeah, that was slick.
And I think the only problem that I had with the show, two problems. One, in the beginning, because I felt like, Reva, third sister of the Inquisition, Reva, was a little over the top. Okay. But they toned it down the preceding episodes. And that one episode when they captured Leia, how the hell was this 10-year-old outrunning these 3-ass grown people? Please explain.
I can't. Because I was looking at this episode like, what? Like, how y'all can't catch the bitch?
Right. This little ass 10-year-old with these tiny ass legs is outrunning 3 grown ass people.
Right. But she was kind of slipping and sliding through the terrain.
She did that a couple times.
Right, yeah. But it's like,
I said, man, they had a straightaway. She running, and you just, hey, come back, kid.
like a cartoon character, like.
Right, yeah. So those are the only 2 problems. Like one, like in the beginning, it said Rever was really over the top. I'm like, you tone it down a little bit. We know you got a chip on your shoulder, sweetheart.
Yeah. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. And to be honest, that was my first time watching any of the Star Wars series since they've been out. I haven't watched Mandalorian or
Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, I seen some episodes. I've been like, I'm gonna get to it, and I finally got me a new TV, a big 55-inch TV, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch it on these series. Beforehand, I'd be watching on my dad's TV, but I'll be more focused on watching the Marvel stuff, and I was like, I'm gonna get to the Star Wars stuff later. So now I got my new TV. I'm like, been watching a lot of those shows now. So, but yeah, Obi-Wan was tough. I would do a second season.
Right. So even though this show takes place 10 years before the start of A New Hope, so I'm not sure what stories they can tell, but Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen are down for a second season.
Yeah, I think they might even do a Darth Vader series because Hayden Christensen, by him reprising the role, he said, I would love to see where it goes. And I think there's definitely enough material for them to do a solo Darth Vader, because I want to know, first of all, what the hell he be doing in that chair when he ain't killing nobody? Because he just sitting in the chair like, all right,
well, he got minions to do stuff. He's a commander.
Because he just said, because after he talked to Darth Sidious, it was like, whoop, yep.
I mean, he's a situation where, Darth Vader is the nuke. You only send in the nuke when shit is bad.
So, yeah, but it was a very good series. And I think one of my favorite parts was just like him fighting Reva. Because he wasn't even using his lightsaber at one point. It was just force.
Right, just stopping her lightsaber. Like, you ain't fucking with me.
Bitch, they call me DV.
So she pulled out the dual saber. He snapped that bitch and then took one of them and handed her the other one. Like, yo, let's go.
Right, like, the hell?
Straight disrespected her.
I'm just pleased with it overall.
Yeah, so. It definitely was a good series.
And then we go into The Boys has come back.
Yeah, man, they've been going balls to the wall.
Yeah.
This third season is everything.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm definitely enjoying the new character, Soldier Boy, played by.
But this is a guy from Supernatural.
Yeah, there you go. So, but yeah, I'm enjoying him because he looks good as shit as a superhero in a superhero costume.
Yeah.
He looks really good, and it's like.
Yeah, it's a very good costume.
Yeah, and I'm like, damn, he could have been Captain America. For real though, like if he was or somebody else, but I know he's expressed interest in like kind of like dipping into the hero world. So I think he's doing a really good job because like Soldier Boy is on some shit.
Yeah. So in these episodes, they've upped the raunchiness, they've upped the gore, they've upped the action. It's been very, very good.
Yeah, and I look forward to it because it's probably the more S-rated out of all the superhero shows out there right now.
Oh, it definitely.
Yeah.
Is.
So and then these characters are so odd. Homeland's fucking bonkers.
Oh yeah. So he's definitely starting to lose his grip on reality as he decided to take over Vought, and now he has to deal with all of those pressures of being in control, as opposed to people just telling him what the hell to do.
Right, because he wasn't ready for that.
Yeah.
So because he took out the main guy,
Edgar,
for, who's running Vought.
Yeah, deposed him from power, from the position of control.
Yeah, so he wasn't ready for that, but you see him unwinding.
Yeah. So,
and then you got A-Train, who's just a damn. He's just been a bitch. I'm waiting for him to kill him off.
So yeah, he's used to not being useless.
Okay.
And he's been, because of the fact, his issues with his power, he's just been useless. And so now he's trying to figure out where his place is, where he's going through a whole image change. He's talking about some back to Africa shit. Man, you never even been to Africa.
I hated that part of the episode 2, I guess, or 2 or 3, when he did the whole Pepsi commercial.
That was aping the Kylie Jenner commercial.
Yeah. We gonna get along. We just need some A-Train juice. And it's like, I liked it. But
that's how they did it with the Pepsi commercial.
Yes, it was so cringeworthy though.
So and the same thing with the damn Pepsi commercial with Kylie Jenner. So some indiscriminate protest, the police come, hand them a Pepsi. We're all friends. Like the fuck? What were they even protesting?
What's police brutality when you got a Pepsi?
Right?
on some A-Train juice. Like, what the hell? But I get why they did it. It's entertainment. It's just like,
and it was meant to be cringe because the original Pepsi commercial was cringe.
right, they took that shit down so quick because Twitter tore that up.
Yeah,
so as they should have.
Yeah, I've definitely been enjoying The Boys so far, and I can't wait to see how it ends because they are starting to put Homelander through the ringer, and I know a lot of people want to see him get his ass handed to him.
I don't want to necessarily see his ass get handed to him. I like the unraveling part of him actually, like the mental part of everything. Him unraveling, I enjoyed that a lot because when he gave that speech at his birthday bash, and he was like, "I'm just better than you all. Let's just face it."
I'm tired of apologizing.
Right, I like that a lot. So him going off the edge, I'm like, keep on because they made something that they can't control.
Yeah,
so.
see, I like seeing him getting taken down a peg because with the express purpose of that speech, where he's on his high horse where I'm better than you. I'm a fucking god to you peons.
Right.
And so seeing that person who is that narcissistic get knocked down a peg is always cathartic for me.
Yeah, I enjoyed that a lot. And we got Umbrella Academy just came out this Wednesday.
Yeah.
So I'm on episode 4. I just finished 3.
I've just finished episode 5 the day of this taping, and it's been very enjoyable.
Klaus, for me, is still in the show.
Oh, yeah, he always steals the show.
Overall, they're all very good actors.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
The show has got some good writers and some very good actors. And one thing I enjoy about the Umbrella Academy, and I think it's on the same kind of tier with The Boys, is not action-packed, but it is a very well-acted and very well-written show.
It's definitely built around those character moments.
Yeah, but this season, because this is the 3rd season, right?
Yeah.
They have the budget because we see a lot more special effects, and they are better.
Yeah, much better done special effects.
Yes, and they're doing it a lot more frequently in episodes too.
And for me, that episode 1 Footloose dance off was everything.
Right, I didn't see that coming.
Did not see it coming, and man, it was so good.
Yeah.
So well choreographed. Shout out to all of the actors who put in the time to make that shit work.
Yes, that was a good scene because it took me back to the 1st season when they were coming back because their father passed away and they all had like the dude doing like solo dances.
Yeah, with the song "I Think I'm Alone Now."
Yeah, because they did a dance in the 2nd season, right?
I think they might have. I think that's kind of just a thing to do.
Yeah, that's their thing. So it was like I forgot all about it until they did that Footloose dance, and then I thought about it. I said, does Footloose do this?
I mean, they danced to Footloose, but not like that. That was, their own original dance to Footloose, but it was definitely enjoyable. So yeah, the Umbrella Academy, I said, probably by the end of next week, I'll get through the rest of the season. But so far, from the 5 episodes that I've watched, it's definitely been very good.
Yeah, I'll probably get through in the next couple of days. And yeah, I like that a lot. It's a very good show. And let's see. So with that being said, then recently, what movies have we passed on with everything coming out? So I'll let you start off.
I passed on Top Gun.
Why so?
I don't have the same nostalgia for the original.
Okay.
Because I did enjoy the original Top Gun, but for me, it's just weird watching those naval aerial jet battles because they don't happen anymore. It's not a thing anymore. You really don't have, fighter jet dogfights anymore. So the fact that they made a movie about it is just weird. So I passed on it.
Yeah, I didn't see Top Gun either. Only because I'd never seen the original. So, and it's something that I do want to watch eventually. But
yeah, I mean, it's pretty enjoyable.
Yeah. I like Tom Cruise as an actor.
It doesn't age well if, in the form of how misogynistic it is.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's still an enjoyable movie.
Okay. Yeah, I passed on Top Gun 2.
Passed on Jurassic World.
Yes.
Was it Dominion?
Yeah, and I heard that wasn't good either.
Oh, I did not expect it to be good at all.
So, yeah, I like Jurassic Park, though. I
like Jurassic Park 1 and 2. 3 is shit. And all the Jurassic Worlds have been shit.
I think the only one I like, because I never saw a second one, so I can't comment on that one. But the first one...
You forced us to go to that one, and I hated it the whole way through. Didn't make no goddamn sense how this woman in heels is outrunning a T-Rex.
I ain't got no argument for that.
You better not.
I don't have no argument for that because white women seem to do amazing things in movies,
especially in heels.
Right. So I ain't got nothing for that, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I've passed on most of the movies because I tend to pass on most of the movies, but those are the big movies that I passed on.
Those. I would say those two. I had no interest because my dad he asked me like, "You gonna see this?" I'm like, "Nah." You gonna see that? Like, yeah. So I think something else came out recently.
The only other ones, because I can pull up the list of the movies that came out in 2022, is Firestarter.
How was it?
It's a remake of the original Firestarter.
Oh, okay.
The original Firestarter?
No, I heard about
it's
it.
actually a decent movie. Yeah, but they did a remake, which is apparently bullshit. And then they did a Downton Abbey movie.
I ain't watched the series. I ain't.
Me neither. So yeah, I don't know. And Buzz Lightyear was the last biggest movie that came out from Disney.
I thought it was gonna be a Disney Plus. I know it's gonna eventually get on there, but I didn't feel like I need to go see it in theaters.
Yeah, I haven't watched a Toy Story movie since Toy Story 2.
Well, it's based in the universe per se, but it's not Toy Story.
It's the Buzz Lightyear. It's supposed to be the Buzz Lightyear movie that Andy saw that made him want a Buzz Lightyear character.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was the last big movie that came out. Well, Elvis was the other one.
I ain't watching that.
Yeah, I don't need to see the movie about the guy who stole black people's music.
Bet you didn't know that now, did you? That's a fun fact. You gonna put that in the post?
I guess I can add that. And the only other one that hasn't come out yet, but that is supposed to come out, is Thor: Love and Thunder.
Oh yeah.
Definitely wait, ready to see that.
Yeah, we're gonna see that, of course, because Black Panther come out this year, right? Come out in November.
It's supposed to.
So they finished production. I think they filmed principal photography.
Yeah, I mean they were deep into the production. It's supposed to, but who knows what's gonna happen.
Well, my prediction is that we could be seeing a Black Panther trailer with Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah, that is a possibility.
Or shortly after the movie released.
Yeah.
So I think sometime in July, probably close to August, we might see a trailer.
Right.
Because we got September, October, November, so that's like 3 or 4 months out.
Yeah.
So that sounds about right to what Marvel would be doing anyway. Did they have a trailer for Thor when Doctor Strange came out? Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
So I'm expecting we're going to see some kind of teaser trailer with Black Panther.
Yeah, it's a strong possibility.
Yeah. So, but then that leads us into movie franchises, right?
Yeah, so it's best and worst movie franchises.
So let's see. Well, let's go. You want to do worst first
Let's
or
do
best?
worst.
Okay. So mine for worst would be Fast and the Furious franchise.
Definitely deserves it. That was one of the ones I was thinking.
Yeah, because I mean the first one was cool.
Yeah, it was.
And the second one is alright. It's a little more campy.
Granted, they drove a goddamn muscle car into a boat, but it was still grounded in some realism.
Yeah, like the first two I would give you.
Right. It was still about street racing.
Right. The third one, because I was talking with Drift, right?
Yeah.
The third one was like that could have been a made for TV movie.
And they essentially treat it like that.
Right. And then you got the Fast Five. Which is the fourth.
Yeah, Fast 4, which was Fast and Furious. Then Fast 5.
Okay. And then the sixth one.
I saw Fast 5, and that was the last one that I saw.
I watched them all. I'm not proud of that.
Oh, you shouldn't be.
But I watched them all, and I don't even have a favorite one. I guess if I did, it might be the first one. Because like I said, it was just it was grounded in street racing.
Yeah, there was definitely more realism to it. It was pretty much Point Break with street racing.
Now, could you make that into 9 films with just being grounded? I don't think you get 9 films, but I think if you kept it grounded, you might get to 4 or 5.
Yeah, you could definitely get 4 movies out of it.
With the stakes getting a little higher and higher.
Right, yeah. With that same premise.
But
yeah, to turn these motherfuckers into like secret super soldiers? Fuck that.
with cars, it's gotten more and more silly over the years. I get it's entertainment, but it's just been like y'all niggas in space.
Right.
And then you got cars jumping through buildings. And the thing about isn't they in the first Fast Furious, like you see like them modifying the cars and the street racing and the painting of the cars and the different things of car culture.
Right. They went from robbing big rigs to flying into outer space. How the fuck does one make that leap? So yeah, that's definitely one of the worst. And for me, another thing off the top of my head was Transformers. I don't understand how a franchise could start at such a high note, the first Transformers, and then fall so fucking far where it ended up with Bumblebee.
You have a very good point.
Every subsequent movie keeps rewriting its fucking origin. Every subsequent movie rewrites the origin of the Transformers.
Yeah, you got a point there because it was like Transformers is good. What was the second one? The Revenge of the Fallen.
Absolute garbage.
Yeah, it's some scenes now I like, but like now overall story I don't care for. Dark of the Moon was good.
Yeah, that was decent.
And then you get Age of Extinction.
Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah.
And then what was the last one?
Last Night.
Right. Age of Extinction was bullshit.
Yeah, Last Night was bullshit.
Even though they had the Dinobots in there, but they were just so...
They shoehorned them in at the end of the movie. The last fucking 15 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, and they didn't have no personality. They didn't even talk. So, and then you have The Last Night, which is you said to keep rewriting the origin. Yeah. And they come all along. They said Michael Bay never had a script. He was just shooting shit and then going along as.
I can believe it. I can believe it. I can absolutely believe it.
So yeah, let's see. That's 5 movies. Bumblebee was bullshit.
Yeah. So
Bumblebee could have been a series on one of streaming services. I wouldn't say it'd been better, but it just didn't. I don't think it needed to be a movie. So that's 5 films.
6
films.
And now they're doing
Beast Wars.
Yeah, which I don't know.
Nah, I'm not looking for it. Come out next year, so
don't ruin my TV series for me.
They about to. For me, my other pick would be the X-Men franchise.
Whew, that went downhill so fast. It had such a high note with X-Men and then X2, and then my God,
it's been years of turmoil.
Said Fox didn't know what the fuck they were doing with that one.
Yeah, the first one, even though you look at it now, it's kind of like, damn, these outdated graphics, which happens with older movies, of course.
Yeah.
S2, I think it's definitely an argument between S2, Spider-Man 2, and you either pick maybe 2 more or maybe 1 more to put up against those 2. It's like the standard superhero movies,
right? Because
those was like some of the Spider-Man 2 and S2. I think some of the best ones. Then Last Stand,
Days of Future Past.
I like Days of Future Past, but but if I watch it again and again, I question more and more stuff, especially with Kitty Pryde's powers.
Yeah, all of the inconsistencies really of that movie just throw me the fuck off.
Yeah,
it's so many things that just don't make sense that I can't suspend my sense of disbelief to make it make sense. Like, how the fuck does Magneto inject metal into plastic Sentinels, and now he controls the operating system of the Sentinels?
Because he rewired it. You can see that part.
How the fuck does that work? Yeah. Like, it's so many things that when it fucks with it. Now, X-Men First Class, I fucking hate it.
Yeah, I didn't care First Class because it definitely, even though I don't mind seeing the other characters in there, I was looking like maybe like, oh, they might bring in Cyclops and Iceman. I feel like, because they put Cyclops and Iceman in like the first trilogy, and like such a there's a huge age gap. Like Iceman was the student,
yeah.
Cyclops was a teacher per se, and to me I would like to see them both on the same kind of playing field. Yeah. But that's one of the many regrets I had about First Class. Like action wise, there's a couple fun stuff in there. The Magneto flexes power a lot more. So
right, and then all of the subsequent X-Men's like Apocalypse, where they are taking place at 10-year gaps, but the people that fucking age.
Yeah.
And then all the Wolverine movies I did not like.
Oh yeah, I damn near forgot about them because you had Origins was just crap.
Oh, all the way through.
They changed the character so much.
The Wolverine was some shit.
But you know what though? The Wolverine isn't that bad.
Shut up.
Compared to I think out of the whole trilogy, I think it might be the strongest one.
I mean, people like Logan for some odd fucking reason.
Logan cool, but I can't say Logan cool.
No, it was so fucking.
I can't say it's cool because the fact that I like the idea of, in that sense, they ended because Logan came out, and then what was the last one that came out? Dark Phoenix, right? Yeah. So in a sense, Logan ended the X-Men universe with that last one because everybody died off.
Yeah.
So I like the aspect of it when they meet. When you start, Logan is taking care of Professor X because he's kind of having meltdowns in a sense, and he somehow killed off the other X-Men.
Yeah, with his psychic seizures.
Yeah. So that part I liked about it, but one thing I did wanted to see was how that happened. And the director said, "Well, if I put that in there, then people would focus on that part of the movie, not Logan himself."
Yeah, maybe it would have made for a better movie.
It could have been
because I like watching Hugh Jackman sleep, apparently. Because that's what the majority of that fucking movie was.
Him taking naps. So at that point, he's probably, we already know he's older than Professor X.
Yeah, I mean, he was born in the 1600s.
So yeah, he's old as hell. I think I like Hugh Jackman as Logan, but I think like the second Wolverine was just cheap, and they just didn't do the Ravagers any justice. So
so the X-Men franchise definitely. I got an even worse one.
Was that
I haven't even watched all the movies, but it's fucking terrible. Ice Age.
I ain't see that one coming. Ice Age.
Because I saw the first one, I was like, okay, this is pretty funny. It's not great, but it's definitely a pretty good kids movie. Mm-hmm. And then they had like 4 fucking other ones. It went downhill. Like, and then you could tell even in the voice acting that it's like they really don't give a fuck about doing this anymore.
They collecting the check.
Said Dennis Leary is clearly checked the fuck out.
Yeah, I never found none of the Ice Ages to be slap your knee funny.
I thought the first one was pretty funny.
Yeah, I think the first one was good. Then there's because they even brought Queen Latifah in.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I think it's 5 Ice Age movies.
I think they got another one coming out.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So, but yeah, that's not the best franchise.
Yeah, so that was one of my other choices for the word.
Since you want anime, I'm gonna throw this one out there. Madagascar.
I don't even understand how that went on for as many movies as it did and fucking spinoffs.
Nah, King Julian the shit.
You shut up. I did not like the first Madagascar. I could not find that funny at all. I tried.
Yeah, I don't know. You gotta pick your poison with either one of them, with Ice Age and Madagascar, because I know they're not by the same studio. I think Madagascar is DreamWorks. Yeah. Just got some big names, because you got Ben Stiller, Chris Rock, Ray Romano, Dennis Leary, and Ice Age.
Yeah, Dennis Leary's in Ice Age,
and then Queen Latifah eventually joins in. So yeah, John Leguizamo.
Yeah. A bunch of big names to do the voice acting for these movies, and the franchises are shit. I think
it's a good list for such bad franchises.
Yeah, worst franchises go.
Oh, for X-Men, Deadpool was a highlight.
Yeah, that is technically still a part of that franchise.
Yeah, X-Men. Deadpool and Deadpool 2 definitely.
Yeah, so out of like 10 movies, they had 4 good ones.
Yeah, so. In a 20-year span, that's a bad average.
Very bad.
I would say X-Men, X2. I like Days of Future Past. Deadpool 2. So I did 5 because the opinions was terrible.
I say 4 because I did not like Days of Future Past.
Right. So, and we don't like. You're not a fan of nothing but Fast and the Furious,
with the exception of the first one, which I thought was Point Break with street racing, and I was like, okay, it was pretty good. But outside of that, nope, not even one.
And so what was on the list of best movie franchises or our favorite?
Oh, we've talked about our favorite movies for a while now, and we're reaching a big gap of time. so we can end with the worst.
All right, well, I'll pass this to you. Better franchise then, Star Wars or Marvel?
Well, Marvel has more movies, and
Really?
Yeah, definitely.
How many films? Like 20?
Over 20.
And Star Wars ain't 20?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, even with the spinoffs, there's 9, and then there's Han Solo, 10, and then there's Rogue One, 11.
That's 11. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was more than that.
Nope. Yeah, there's three trilogies.
Oh, it's not. Okay, 9, 3, and 3. Okay, yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, as far as that goes, I've got to give it to Marvel with the fact that they just have a stronger output.
Well, we know how you feel about DC. So
yeah.
So let me ask you this though. So we summed that, so we got past that. The hell's going on with Ezra Miller?
The motherfucker has mental issues that have gone unchecked for some time, and that was coming ahead.
Cause he got some children in his house that what's he doing? He's like not taking care of them. Or he's like
no. Yeah, there was the case that he had for the most recent one is the parents of this teenage girl. They said that he was grooming her and he kidnapped her because she left with him, left the house with him. Mm-hmm. And they say that he's been grooming her since he met her at like 12 or 13. And now like the police want to question him, but they can't find him.
So when they say grooming, is that like a sexual act kind of a thing?
It can be sexual, but what it is that you're manipulating this person so that you can control them.
Oh, okay.
You're creating the ideal individual that you want, but you start them off young when they're malleable and you can manipulate them.
Right, okay.
So, it can be sexual in nature, and a lot of times it does lead to, being having a sexual intimate relationship.
Well, I don't want to get too much into that. Cause that's definitely a topic for another day.
Yeah, he got a lot of shit going on with him.
Yeah, because they talking about like not scrapping the movie, but I think it's done.
Yeah, it was definitely finished.
But definitely talking about like not even having him in the universe anymore or working with WB. Period.
I mean, they got the Flashpoint movie. That's a good way to replace him.
So there you have it. So you think we covered everything?
I think we covered everything.
Okay. All right. Well, sign us off then.
All right, everybody. That's the show. And as always, you can check us out on YouTube, SoundCloud, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify.
All those good things. And don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe to the YouTube page.
And all the other ones.
Yep. Thanks for joining us.
Peace out.
Peace out.